You've probably figured it out by now. I love quest mods. I kind of built the channel around them after all, and quest mods take many forms. From epic new world mods where we're tasked with saving the world from unspeakable evils, to smaller, more personal stories. And today we're taking a look at the latter, with Blood and Grit, a new quest mod by Nimwraith. And while this is the third time now that I've covered one of their mods, the truth is that they have almost a dozen mods just like this one, with each one being fully voiced and focused on character stories and moments, rather than on dungeon diving, adventuring, or saving the world. Blood and Grit features a new NPC named Rico, a traveling hunter who's looking for a good fight, and you just happen to be his willing brawling partner. The mod consists of a few conversations and a few brawls, with discussions going into his backstory after each and every encounter. One thing to note is that Blood and Grit does cover some heavier topics, so it might not be for everyone, but I'll touch on this more during the review. To get started, you can find Rico along the road to the Solitude Docks.
Fancy a brawl? Got 50 septums. Yours for the taking.
Hey, 50 septums is 50 septums. Can I learn who I'll be fighting?
Sound request. You may call me Rico. Only fair I ask the same of you. So, who are you?
I'm nobody, frankly.
Pleasure to meet you. Now, what do you say? 50 septums, yours for the taking.
Can I make it more? I was wondering if I could maybe make it more. It's like, oh, make it 100 septums, make it 1,000 septums and you get a deal. Alright, so be it.
Let's get to it!
Nice to meet you. Also, I'm wearing the Fists of Randagulf, so I will have some slightly increased
Give me a good
damage.
fight!
I'm trying. Last person that said that to me was an orc. No, I'm just gonna give him one more hit. Hey, he asked for it, you know? I like the look of disappointment on his face. Like it just kinda hit him that he wasn't expecting to lose. Like he almost got this 1,000-yard stare the second I got his health down.
Oh, damn. Good fight. Here's your coin. You deserve it.
You sound a little winded. Me, I'm fine.
You won. Fair and square. You won't hear any excuses from me, don't you worry.
So, what do you do for fun outside of fighting?
Hunting. A different sort of job. But as much as I'd like to, I can't brawl all day. I've got to make a living somehow.
Well, you just lost 50
It's
gold,
not the most
so
exciting thing in the world, but it offers a certain peace I can't find anywhere else.
How long have you been brawling for?
I've not had this desire all my life, if that's what you're asking.
What, fighting random strangers?
It's a pastime I only picked up recently, and one I haven't put down since.
What made you start?
Really digging for something here, aren't you? Well, I suppose it found me. Helped me when I was not in the best state. What about you? We all have our reasons. And I'm sure ours aren't so different.
Well, you offered 50 gold, so I said sure, why not? Same way for me, just found me when I was in a bad spot. Don't really like to talk about it. I saw the money and have continued my journey ever since. I really thought I just took the opportunity when you spoke with me.
A chance encounter, eh? I admire your confidence and sense of curiosity. Perhaps it'll lead to something great. Who knows?
I mean, it could, outside of outside of just bar fights and whatnot. I don't really do a lot of fist fights.
Come see me in Riften, if the urge strikes you again.
Alright, sure. I'll see you around. I don't know if it's just me. You know what he reminds me of just kind of right off the bat? For anyone who played Kingdom Come Deliverance, there's a random encounter where you'll have this would-be knight, this supposed knight, accost you on the side of the road, and he challenges you to a duel. You can either fight him and kill him, or you can just tell him to piss off. Not exactly the same, but for some reason, this just reminds me of that ever so slightly. Well, fancy seeing you.
I'm sure you know what I'm thinking. So, what do you say?
Have you fought anyone else? Are you just fighting me? Yeah, let's fight.
Bring it on!
Wait, are we doing this for money or are we just doing this for fun? I feel like we didn't really go over this. We just jumped into this very quickly.
Again!
Okay, sure, whatever you say. Oh, he's under attack. No. Oh, okay. I was really worried that the guards were about to kill him. They almost did. I'm actually a little worried that if I hadn't knocked him out when I did, that they might have killed him. I'm glad he's not dead. I guess we're not doing this for money. You put up a good fight. Well done. It's what you tell people so they don't feel bad about themselves.
Oh, you're as tough as nails. You know that?
I'm also wearing armor.
I've not got
and
any
beating
gold
you
to
with
give,
gauntlets.
But by the 9, you hurt me good. Well done.
It's a little unfair the way that I'm doing it. Well done. Another good fight.
Aye, that it was.
Oh, why are you laughing? There's also a bear over there, so I'm hoping that it doesn't come after us. It seems to be ignoring us right now.
Oh, it's just, I never expected I'd be doing this.
Fighting random
Brawling,
strangers?
bloodying each other's face, then making amends when all is said and done. It's an odd arrangement we've got going. One I'm grateful for, but a confusing one.
Hey, you started it. What did you expect yourself to do?
Oh, gods. It seems like a lifetime ago. I had a passion for writing as a lad.
Oh.
I wrote wild stories. Heroes slaying monsters. A Jarl protecting his hold. That sort of thing. I wasn't half bad at it. Clearly had a knack for it. And loved every minute of it.
What made you stop?
Think I fell out of love with it.
Writer's block. Gotcha.
Every word became a chore.
Yep, writer's
The
block.
pages stopped flowing, and I couldn't bear to continue with any stories. You see, gods, you've got my tongue going now, haven't you?
Oof. Listen, it's only our second time meeting. I'll tell you when your tongue can keep going. You don't have to continue with it if you don't want to.
No. I felt your fists enough to know you are to be trusted. I've got a knack for that.
The innuendos just
You
keep
see,
going.
I lived in a small village. Its name you'll never have heard of, but that hardly matters. It was attacked by local brigands our elder had been quarreling with. We fought the majority of them off. We weren't strangers to conflict. But, as things tend to go, something went wrong.
What happened?
My brother. He was taken. We pleaded with the elder to give them what they wanted, to get him back safely. But no matter what we said, he didn't listen.
I would be pretty pissed. I would be very mad with the elder. He's not helping you. As the village elder, his responsibility is to the people, and that shows that he's only kind of like looking out for himself, or that he's being too stubborn to recognize what is to the benefit of the townsfolk.
Maybe I shouldn't have brought that up. Maybe we'll just stick to fighting, eh?
Okay, he did not survive. Got it. Are you alright?
Fine.
You don't sound
You
fine.
need anything else?
No. When people say they're fine, it means they're not. I know. I've learned. Where can I find you next?
Know of a great hunting spot near Lake Ilanalta. Seems I'll be heading there.
Okay, I'll be going then. I'll see you soon.
Maybe that's for the best. So long.
Man, I don't think it was really intended, but like I said, just Maybe I'm just making it more than it is, but in my mind, there was definitely a little innuendo, where I took it as innuendo of like, oh, you got my tongue going, and oh, well, I can tell by your fists that you're trustworthy. Oh, maybe just me. Maybe I just have a dirty mind. Who are we kidding? Yeah, I probably do. Similar to some of the other mods from the author, if you wait a few hours, the characters will move along, and then you can go around, you can go find them at their next location, which I'm really happy with how they did this. The fact that he'll tell you where he's going next, that really helps, because it means if you just want to do the mod, if you just want to experience this story, it's a little bit easier to know which direction you should be going in next.
No brawl, not yet. Seems I've got some talking to do.
What's wrong?
Whatever I'm about to say, don't take my words for hatred.
Hatred?
You have been good to me, and I can appreciate what we've got going.
What hatred?
But after having all this time to myself, I realize I shouldn't have said so much.
Why not? I don't judge you for what you've said.
Every time I reimagine all I spoke of, I can't help but... I hate it. Even thinking about it makes my skin crawl. Makes me want to hide from the world. It's embarrassing, and I'm sorry for putting that on you.
You haven't put that much on me. Don't be embarrassed, it's alright.
Bones, I hate this. How about a fight? It's been a while since I felt your fists.
Alright, if you say so.
Let's get to it then.
Yeah, let's, beat each other.
Ah!
Oh, or not. Okay. I feel like something messed up here.
You're not a brawler. You made that clear yourself. Yet, you've got the ferocity of one. For a chance encounter, you offer more of a challenge than most I've faced. And for that, I thank you.
You're very welcome. Thank you.
Aye, it's no issue. Now, come back soon. I've got some thinking to do.
If you say so, where will you be?
Just here. Don't you worry.
So be it. Farewell.
Aye. Goodbye.
Should I just kind of like sit down? Wait a moment? What do you say?
Ah, you're back.
Yeah, I just kind of stood here all night. Are you feeling better now?
Better? No, I don't think that'll ever happen. The shame I felt when speaking with you, it's still here. But now, I'm ready.
Ready for what?
To speak, to release what's been building within me for 9 knows how long. I told you about my brother, about his death. I don't think words can describe how much it meant to me. It drove me to a place I still haven't found an escape from. It's left me stranded. Friends and family would try to speak to me, offer words of reassurance, or a shoulder to cry on. Despite all the love and support around me, I felt completely alone.
I understand grief isn't an easy thing to deal with. I don't understand, you had support, why didn't you take it? No, it's not an easy thing to deal with, everyone deals with it differently.
I felt as if I didn't need them. That if I did, I wasn't a man. That I was weak or pathetic. I bottled it up. I ignored everyone and everything. The days passed faster than ever, But still, I said nothing. A year had gone before I knew it. And I was hunting in the woods near my village, and as I made my way home, I saw a bear. By some miracle it hadn't heard or smelt me, and so I stopped. My entire mind was filled with thoughts of being torn apart by that thing. My life ended in an instant. Instead of fear, it was solace. An end to it all, to the suffering I had endured for so long.
You're here, though. What happened?
I wanted it to happen!
Oh, that startled me.
I had no doubt in what I wanted. And yet, I did nothing. I had thought about it before, you see. All that had stopped me was fear. Fear of being seen as weak. Fear of my mother, my family, seeing me dead. Fear of their guilt. That they would think they could have done more to help me.
I'm sorry. And truly, I hope such thoughts never come back.
Can't ask for a miracle, can you now? After that, I left home. Distanced myself from those thoughts. I came here, to Skyrim, and took up brawling.
Why did you pick up brawling of all things?
These feelings didn't disappear when I had left home. I needed an outlet for them. I wanted to feel pain, to suffer and to hurt. I felt guilt over everything. I felt as if I deserved it.
And is that why you continue to brawl?
I couldn't tell you, truly. Perhaps I've moved on from those feelings. Perhaps I haven't.
Why are you telling me this?
I hide these thoughts and feelings from everyone. My family, my friends, even myself at times. Yet, saying it all, it feels freeing. Like a small weight off my shoulders.
How are you feeling now?
These thoughts, these emotions, they never leave me. I felt that itch, that desire to end it all far too recently. I'll no doubt feel it again. It'll always come and go. But I'll survive. Don't you worry.
What happens now?
I'll continue my journey. Leave Skyrim and go someplace else. I've not changed. Brawling is still where my heart lies. And I believe it always will. But I thank you for all you have done. You're a damn good listener.
Why, thank you. It's been no issue at all. Goodbye, Rico.
Farewell, friend.
The Elder Scrolls can be a darker universe, even if we don't always see it front and center in the games. I, for one, love to see these topics covered in mods, but only when it's done well. Something that I realize can be a bit harder to pull off. To me, Blood and Grit is an excellent example of a mod that covers a heavier, real-world topic in a very respectable way. Voice acting was fantastic. Meek Voice did a great job as Rico, and I think both their audio quality and the delivery were really top-notch. They gave the character a really unique tone, but the voice still felt very fitting for the Elder Scrolls, and to me, they stood out as an Imperial almost immediately. The mod does make use of a custom brawling system, since the vanilla one can freak out at times. Because of this, you don't want to have followers with you for the mod, as they might just wind up killing Rico during the brawl segments. While I didn't have any followers with me, we did see the Riften Guards start to attack Rico during the second fight, and we wound up unintentionally skipping the third and final brawl, as Rico just kind of ran away, but fortunately the quest still seemed to move forward as intended. Nimwraith's mods remind me a lot of interesting NPCs, one of my favorite quest mods of all time. Much like interesting NPCs, there's much more focus on characters, on getting to know them, and becoming a part of their story, rather than just telling your own. With most of Nimwraith's mods being ESL'd, it makes it much easier to add a bunch of them to your game, without having to worry about them taking up ESP slots in your load order. And with these mods being individual downloads too, it means getting to pick and choose for yourself exactly which characters and stories you would want to have in your game. I think Blood and Grit stands out to me especially, given its stark contrast from the last time I covered a Nimwraith mod, that being the Serpent's Covenant, which dealt with topics such as social revolution, and was intended to be representative of grand change that could come either to Skyrim or all of Tamriel. One of my critiques about the Serpent's Covenant was that it felt a bit too verbose and long-winded at times. And by comparison, I think the pacing in Blood and Grit was much more my speed. And if anything, I would have been perfectly fine with some slightly longer conversations with Rico. Maybe we get to join him as he goes to one of the border crossings for when he leaves Skyrim. But as it is, this was a really well done, really well written, short mod experience. And I highly recommend that you check out Nimwraith's other mods, as I'm sure you'll find something you like. But that's gonna be all for today. As always, thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, check out the Patreon or the YouTube memberships, both of which get access to the Discord server. YouTube members also get access to the channel emotes, which can be used in the comments below. And make sure to check out the streams at twitch.tv/0periodproductions. I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.